Jez from The Voice newspaper. I'm standing outside Lambeth Town Hall in Brixton, where we're hosting our second community conversation as part of our Around Black Britain series. We know it's going to be a very interesting debate. Brixton is very special to us. This is where The Voice pretty much made its name. We're so happy to be back, and we really want to hear what people are going to tell us. So come in and join us.
We regard you as the very important people, the readers of The Voice newspaper, or people who are interested in reading The Voice newspaper. So we'd like to get close, and this is part of our outreach program. 30th year of publishing, that we would look again, refocus ourselves towards the community, because those are there are stories in there which go unpublished, and so on. And even just today, I was speaking to one of our presidents. The first thing he says, I want to speak to you about a very important issue happening right here in Lambeth. Today's function is really handled by a lady called Elizabeth Pierce. Now, some of you may have read Elizabeth Pierce stories. Nice, hard-hitting stories. She's one of our senior reporters, and she will conduct the whole of today's event.
It used to be called Little Jamaica, this area, in the 50s. I am a founder member of Friends of Mary Seacole Memorial Association. I don't know whether you all heard about Mary Seacole.
Yes.
And we're having, for International Women's Day, on the 9th, we're having a little event. We need to put a statue up for Mary Seacole. Florence Nightingale has one, but the government, no one is giving us any money, so we have to keep fundraising to get the statue put up.
I'm also project manager for an organisation called Black 100 Plus. Black 100 Plus is a photographic exhibition of black achievers from Britain who are nominated by the public, and just to share with everybody about what Black 100 Plus is, why I'm always promoting it, why it's important for us to know about black achievers in this country. And I need everybody to nominate somebody. So you can come and speak to me later on about finding out how you can nominate someone. They have to be alive, because they have to come to a photo shoot. So you don't nominate Mary Seacole, because you can't really have a picture taken, because it's a photographic exhibition. It's not just a picture of somebody. Each photo is accompanied by a short biography, so you get to know about who they are, what they do, and the reason why they are part of the exhibition. We are hoping to do the exhibition again this year, and I want to have it in Lambeth.
But all the time that I was bringing my son up, I wasn't able to access any help, any funding to support me in my education, in starting a business, anything like that. And I'm here today because I feel that there's a lot missing for black women to start businesses and be supported, grow communities, to inspire and help young women growing up now. And I just feel that there's just more that can be done in other boroughs, and I know that in this particular area there's a lot going on, but there are some areas where youth crime is really high, and teenage pregnancies are still the highest in the whole of Europe.
Because I'm an elder, and I've been moved into the state of the elders. Now, I've been around. Let me take you on a little history tour of Lambeth. I've been living in Lambeth since the bad old days. In the bad old days, you couldn't go into a pub, because if a white person took you into a pub and they bought you a drink, they wouldn't wash the glass, they will break it. I knew Lambeth when the police used to go nigger hunting. We've changed that, because today I am the chairman of Lambeth Community Police Consultative Group. And I've written a paper, The Principles for Police in Lambeth, to make sure that we minimize the impact of deaths in custody and so on. Since 1960, over 1,400 people have died in police custody, died in custody, of which the Metropolitan Police, the Commissioner, is concerned about 330 deaths as a consequence of police harming people who have been arrested. That's the kind of work that I've been doing. I came to this place here when they used to have rooms and flats to let no children, no Irish, no dogs, no coloreds. We formed a Presentation Housing Association in 1968. right? And presentation have housed over 20,000 families. I'm a social scientist by training, and I did the research and found that there were white people who were equally as destitute as those of African heritage.
What's going on?
In Lambeth?
In Lambeth. And I live in Brixton. And I'm happy with Brixton, and I'm not happy with Brixton. Because my girlfriend and I, we have suffered, we've got disabilities, we have suffered. And we can't take this no more. There's too much things going on in this world. Yeah? Kidnapping. This is what I'm talking about, kidnapping.
And I grew up in Brixton. I've lived in and out of Brixton. Went to Billy Bailey's a long time ago. Horrible school, by the way. Changed, thank God. My business, I'll tell you what my business is first of all. My business is called What the Job Is This? And it's inspiring people who are going for career transition and helping them make better choices about their career moves. And we do that through online media, so that's videos, audio podcasts, and interviewed blogs.
But I just want to link money into this because it's a really current issue. Where money comes from, who controls the money supply, and all the money that's currently being drained out of Africa through tax evasion. It's a really, really important issue, and it's got links to the colonial legacy, it's got links to so many issues that are so live today. And this, what we're doing in Brixton, is a small contribution to this, but it's like Mardi. Think about where money goes in Brixton. And so the idea of the Brixton pounds is like Mardi says, that when you spend it, it sticks to Brixton and recirculates. And it's not like everyone can spend it when everything can be produced in Brixton, but there's so many really rich resources in Brixton that we're not using in the economy. 1 in 5 young people are unemployed. So it's just asking those questions, like what can we do?
We've only been running for a year now, and she literally took what I was going to say off, out of my mouth. Because really, I've always run my company self-funded. It's something that people ask me all the time. How do you fund yourself? How do you fund yourself? Because what we do is literally I started my first company when I was just about 22, and then I realized that I started my company, it was working, but it wasn't really what I was passionate about. And what I was passionate about was actually helping people to actually start up their own business and turn their skills into a business venture. And how would I turn that into a company? So I started writing out a plan. So in 2010, I started putting the plan together. We started putting how it's going to work, how the money's going to happen from it. And it's something that I always train people on, is creative finance, on how to actually make money out of your business without depending on anyone else to put money in. And I tell you, the greatest assets that you have is their mouth. The greatest asset that you have is your mouth.
But the reason why I wanted to stand up today was just to really thank The Voice for inviting us here, because everyone who has a business, we know one of the greatest things you need is publicity, because you can have a great product or a great service, but if no one knows about it, then it may as well sit on the shelf.
So we've come to the end of our second community conversation held here in Lambeth Town Hall as part of our Around Black Britain series. In Brixton, the spirit was definitely entrepreneurial. We talked a lot about business. We talked about how black businesses can get funding. It's not always about going to other people and asking them to fund our businesses. We can do it ourselves if we're creative and if we're willing to talk to one another. So that was a key message. We also heard about the Brixton Pound, which is a very interesting initiative which is designed to keep money inside the local area. So it was really nice to hear that. All round, another fantastic event. We hope that you'll come to the next one.